So in this video, we're going to talk about a proper concussion reduction risk program. Essentially, a concussion involves when you have impact to your head. And that impact causes typically a neck motion like this, or even worse, if your neck is not supported, it can be uncontrolled when your head is hit either by a punch, by a body part, or maybe you fall. So when you strengthen your neck muscles, you can contain some of that force. In other words, when the impact happens to your head, if your neck muscles know how to kick in, how to turn on quickly, and they know how to stabilize, meaning all the neck muscles contract in the right amounts and in the right patterns, you will actually reduce the impact on your brain and thus reducing the chance of concussions. And so your typical neck training program out there, people will sell, there's these harnesses I'm going to put on. And so a lot of the programs out there, you'll see people, they'll hang a weight and they'll kind of do this on their neck, or you might even go on your back and you're going to bridge up and, work the back muscles, the front muscles, and then you might even do this to work your side neck muscles and then this to work your side muscles. Here's the thing, in life, all of your spinal muscles, not just your neck, but your entire core, your spine, your abs, your obliques, all of these muscles are designed to work together to prevent motion. And so if you're training it with motion, you actually, while you're strengthening the muscles, you're actually training it to do the opposite of what it's trying to do. And so you can imagine doing an impact, we want the muscles to stop motion, right? Not to have more motion. So we're going to talk about how do you train those motor patterns. And two, I'm not a huge fan of going on your back and bridging up and lying down, to kind of lift your neck, because imagine in sports and in life, how often is your head being injured while you're lying down? Probably not. It's typically when you're running in sports, right? Some kind of trauma is happening when your body is upright. You could be driving in a car accident, your body is still upright, you're never lying down. So many of the neck strengthening programs teaches you to do it lying down. That's ineffective, right? Because the rest of your body, the motor patterns, the rest of your muscles are not learning how to coordinate with your neck muscles. So in this situation, we're simply going to use a resistance band tied to about, any height around this is fine. It doesn't have to be exactly neck height. So I'm just going to clip this harness on to the bands, right? And so right now it's in front of my body, right? And so I can always twist this and move to the side, right? So I'm moving side to side like this. And if you notice, what I'm doing is I'm keeping my neck still, right? And just here, if I were to relax my neck muscles, my neck wants to turn, like tilt this way, and actually does a little bit of a twisting force towards it, the way the harness is made, right? So it wants to turn my neck and tilt my neck this way. So I'm using my neck muscles to support. You can do static movements like this, nice and slow motion, right? And that's sort of stage one of the exercise, right? You can always put this on the other way, the other side, and face the other way. And of course, you can put it on facing out, right? So again, now in this position, my neck is being stabilized and working the neck flexors, which is extremely important. These muscle groups become the weakest from doing a lot of computer work and looking down. They get very weakened and shortened, right? So this is a very important direction. You can do it static, like squats like this, right? And if this is too hard for you, literally just walking forward and holding this position for about 7 seconds, and then walking back and then walking forward for 7 seconds is ideal. This would be sort of stage one protocol. Why 7 seconds? Studies have shown isometrically 7 seconds is the best duration to strengthen the muscle, right? And so as you get more progressive, as your spine, you're able to control your abs, you can work other muscles. Stage two, you can start to do some squats, right? And so as you get used to these motor patterns, you can start doing running, right? So this is a faster motion, much higher speed. I would do this as stage three, higher motions. And then you can, of course, do side-to-side motions like this, sport-specific motions. And that's sort of higher level stage four, right? We're just adding a direction. And that progression, you want to take your time going through. I probably would spend at least 2 weeks in each stage. And how you know you can progress is because your body's control is there, meaning you shouldn't feel any neck motion as you're doing these motions as you progress from stage one to stage two to stage three to stage four. Everything's about controlling your neck motion, right? So if, for example, you're going from isometric, you mentioned you're doing squats, and let's say if you're doing a squat, you feel like your neck is being pulled and your neck is moving, then you're not quite ready for that stage. You want to spend some more time just holding this isometrically without motion. And then once you can squat without your neck moving at all, right, then you can try doing this. But again, if you're doing this and you feel like your neck is being jolted and twisted and turned, you're not quite ready. Back down to stage 2, just doing the squats, right? So it's a progression. It's all about control. And of course, any one of those movements you can do facing side, facing towards it, right? So you can just kind of put it and face it this way towards the wall. But mainly you want to face out, because when you face this way, your extensors are typically very already strengthened, because, you know, when you have posture going down, you know, when your head is forward, these muscles are being strengthened and these muscles are being weakened. So facing out is going to be the most important direction, right? So you can rotate and evenly strengthen all the muscles, emphasizing facing out using those 4-stage progressions. So stage 1, just to review, is static, no motion for 7 seconds. You can do 10, 15, 20 repetitions to build up those muscles. Stage 2 is with slow speed motion, right? Stage 3 is high speed motion. Stage 4 is high speed motion in different directions, right? In other words, the resistance is going this way, but my body is going this way, and that's stage 4. Okay, so slowly work up your way towards each stage. Again, it's all about control, and apply this protocol to strengthen your neck muscles in a way that helps stabilize your spine if there's any impact, to reduce the chance of concussions. I highly encourage you, if you're in any kind of contact sports, to do this, because this will decrease your chances of concussions.